Welcome to this week's edition of the Dakota Angler 2-Minute Fishing Report. Well, I think a few people are more than thankful this week that the warmer weather has come to an end. I mean, we were really experiencing typically July type of weather, high temperatures in the upper 80s to lower 90s and plenty of wind and dry weather. I know on this weekend we were selling all kinds of lead, and I was starting to wonder if they were throwing that lead in the pants just to keep them in place, because we were dealing with winds gusting as high as 40 to 50 miles an hour in some locations, and that definitely kept people off the bodies of water. It just made fishing quite miserable, and in some cases almost impossible. But the days that people were able to go out, they had some success, and especially in some areas up in the northeastern part of the state. The lakes that produced walleyes this past week included Oahe, Bitter, and Hazelton. Those were the three main lakes that people were going to. And then also Drywood, Dry Lake by Clark, and then also Opitz, Big Stone, Midland, and then North Rush, as well as Reed. Down the southeastern part of the state, the lakes that produced walleyes included Dry Lake by Willow Lake, Ponset, Thompson, Sinai, Lake Campbell. We haven't talked about that lake in a while. And then also 81 Ponds, Whitewood, Madison, Brant, North Island, Scott Slough, as well as Vermilion and Twin. And remember, Twin is the trophy lake. Missouri River has been really doing quite well. Oahe hasn't really picked up for the real big walleyes yet, but down by Chamberlain, you're getting some really nice quality fish that we haven't seen there in that location for a couple of months, so keep that in mind. Now, what have guys been using to catch the walleyes? Well, honestly, lately it's been a lot of snap jigging. A lot of guys on the area lakes have been using the size 7s and size 9 jigging wraps, as well as the hyper rattles that have been working quite well. This is the Wonder Tiger. Also, as I mentioned last week, guys that are going out to Lake Oahe are using the size 11s. We have them on hand here at the store as well. Also, people are out in Lake Oahe also using the bandits. We talked about the reapers last week. Now here's the bandits, and we have a great selection of bandits, over probably 100 different colors of bandits if you're looking for that. The other thing is, a lot of guys are using plastics. The mooch minnow has been working really well. All you have to do is just twitch that just a little bit, and that tail moves unbelievably well. So it's a great enticing type of presentation. So again, the mooch minnows have also been working well. Now, as far as everything else around the areas the perch bite is concerned, it has been definitely impacted by the warmer weather. A lot of guys are not able to find the schools of perch because there really isn't been any. But with the cooler weather now, that definitely will help things school up. And so keep that in mind this next week. You find one, you're probably going to find more than that. The lakes that produce perch include Big Stone, Pelican, also Oahe, Dry Lake by Clark, Florence, as well as Willow Lake. And then also Thompson, Ponset, Whitewood, Madison, 81 Ponds, and then also a few being caught at Vermilion. Now, what have people been using to catch the perch? Again, like I told you previous weeks, a jig or a hook underneath a bobber has worked really well. Other ones have been putting little plastics, like the pan candy plastics from Northland have been working really well on a small jig. Also, the light up spoons, the micro LED spoons from Fish Daddy, have been working really well for the panfish, as well as, including the crappie. They seem to like that flash a little bit better than most other panfish, so keep that in mind. Also, the pilkies or the halies, any drop chain lure, has also worked this past week. In this week's edition of Todd's Tackle Tips, we're going to talk about the Dakota Angler Ice Institute because it's coming up quick, little more than a month away, November 7th through the 9th at the Sioux Falls Arena and Convention Center. Folks, if you are interested in anything ice fishing, that's where you're going to want to be that weekend. There's no reason why you should be anyplace else than the Sioux Falls Arena Convention Center, November 7th through the 9th, because you're going to see the latest and greatest in the ice fishing industry at fantastic institute prices, such as the newest shacks, newest augers, electronics, jigs, tackle. You name it, it's going to be under one roof at the Convention Center and Arena. Many people look forward to it every year because they know they can get the best prices, the best deals that are going to find throughout the entire season. The other thing that's new this year, and especially will be new next year, is that next year we're going to start phasing this into an all-seasons institute, meaning an all-fishing institute, open water as well as ice fishing. So also this year we're going to see a lot more vendors that are going to have some open water tackle there as well. So Just because you're in ice fishing or don't like to ice fish doesn't mean you can't come to the Institute. There's going to be some nice great prices on some long rods, some open water tackle, custom lures that are going to be available for open water as well as ice season. So again, keep this in mind. It's called the Ice Institute this year, but next year it will be called the Fishing Institute. So again, if you're interested in fishing, the Sioux Falls Arena Convention Center is going to be the place that you're going to want to be at. Doors open up at Friday at 3 o'clock and go until 9. Hours on Saturday, 10 to 7, and then on Sunday, 10 to 3. So again, you're going to want to be there because you're going to be dealing with great prices, great promotions, and great products. Why not be there? Bring your family, friends, anyone else that's interested in fishing. The Sioux Falls Arena Convention Center is the place that you're going to want to be. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to give me a call at 605-336-9132. And now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And remember, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report, all you have to do is send it to me, and you can do so by sending it to Todd at DakotaAngler.com. And before we end this week's report, I want to answer a question some people have been asking, not many. Have we switched the store over to ice fishing yet? Well, you can see behind me, we have not yet. With the warm weather, guys are out there fishing, enjoying the boats, so they're not thinking about ice fishing yet. Now with the Institute, as I mentioned in Todd's Tackle Tips, as the closer it gets to it, we'll begin to switch over the store probably in the next couple of weeks. So keep that in mind. So take advantage of all the great prices that we have here. A lot of items that you see behind me are red tagged, so they're available to be bought here at the store or also on our website at DakotaAngler.com. And if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to give us a call at 605-336-9132. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report for Dakota Angler. I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on! Thanks for watching, folks. I greatly appreciate it. And always, stay healthy and stay safe.